Look, I know I'm 2 days late, but if y'all reading the title, obviously you're going to laugh at it. But here's the thing. We're going to break down why we watch this, but to answer his question, no, it was not. Because what you're about to experience Sunday is going to be 10 times worse. You want to talk about the word worse, that's Clash in Paris. Versus Forbidden Door, I would say average will probably be the right term for it. But, of course, Bobby MONSOON got a few words for it, but when you listen to the review, you could tell that he ain't really mad at the pay-per-view. He just, expected more. Okay? And when you have a high expectations, you expect a lot. But then that's when you get hurt emotionally, because when you thought it was going to be this, you thought wrong. So, again, let's just watch the video and then we'll discuss.
Excuse me, y'all. Just coming off the pay-per-view Forbidden Snore!
Oh, Lord.
Man, all you AEW fans, enter the chat! Y'all told me, man, this is gonna be a banger pay-per-view. This is gonna be monumental. This is gonna be epic. What I just watched was the epitome of mid. You had some good moments. You had some very predictable moments. And
Now, I'm glad he said the word mid because that's how I felt. It was mid, but worse, not even close. But I wish but he asking a question, but I just wish he didn't say the word worse because it makes it look like Tony did something wrong, but he didn't. It was mid, but it wasn't worse. I watched the whole live stream and I watched the whole pay-per-view and it was not worse. It was mid. So, but let's let him explain because I know you WWE fans want to hear this, but we're going to break down while we watch. So if I pause, just know I'm breaking down. So let's continue.
Had some cringe moments. At least with SummerSlam, we had Brock Lesnar coming out.
That don't matter.
At least with SummerSlam, you had Seth Rollins, the Money in the Bank cash in. You had Punk.
That don't matter either.
The only moment at Forbidden Snore was Darby Allin getting a fork put through his ear.
No, that's not the only moment. We got Jamie Hayter coming back. We had Edge and Christian reuniting as babyface. We got Tony Stark coming out in a new look. And we got new tag team champions. And, of course, Wardlow came back, and we had Ricochet and his crew cost the Hurt Syndicate their titles, which is the reason why we got new tag team champions. And shout out to Bonnie King. But, yeah, man, we got plenty of moments, man. So I don't know why that's the only moment when that's not. So just want to put that out there. But, again, that scene was a little bit graphic. I mean, well, it was very graphic, except one thing. When I saw his ear seemed all right. I thought it would be ripped off, but it wasn't. So, but I think he's good. Wasn't good at that moment, but he was good. He was good. But let's continue.
Who the hell wants to watch that crap after paying $50 that I don't have? Tony Khan really needs to watch it because that same fork that went into Darby Allin's ear could be going into AEW if something don't switch immediately.
Well, here's some good news, Bobby. We do have some changes on the way. Check this out. Edge and Christian are going to be reuniting as a tag team, and they're going to enter in the tag team division. And Chris Stanley is going to be heel again and join the Death Riders. And, of course, Ace Austin is going to be joining the Bang Bang Gang, my favorite gang, okay? Because, we got to get that gang back, to put them guns up, you feel me? And then, of course, Hook, he's going to be coming back, so we'll be looking forward for that. And Kenny's going to be forming another group that's going to be in the tag team division, so he'll be entering in that as well. And the return of Orange Cassidy, which I've been waiting for this because Orange Cassidy is one of my favorite wrestlers. You saw that match in the reaction video I did with Will Ospreay, one of the best matches ever at Forbidden Door. And honestly, I can't wait for what Orange Cassidy is going to be doing. He's probably going to get his get back on the Death Riders, but if I was him, I would go after Adam Page for the gold. You know what I'm saying? But he probably got some unfinished business, just like Darby Allin. But Well, hey, listen, I'm all in for Orange Cassidy, so I can't wait to see what he's gonna do. We just got to see if he, if he comes up. I'm looking forward to him, so I'm waiting for him to, come back and see what's his plan because I miss him in the ring and I can't wait to see him. So, but let's continue with the video. But yeah, that's the new changes going on with the roster, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. And I definitely want to see Ace join the Bang Bang Gang because they're missing members and they need new members. So I just hope they don't change the theme song. That's the only thing I hope for because I've been bumping that for days, weeks, and months. So hopefully they don't change it, but let's continue.
I know a lot of the AEW fans want you to think that the product is the best that it's ever been. My ass! If you think AEW is better now than when Cody Rhodes and CM Punk was in, you have to be as delusional as Tony Khan.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. CM Punk definitely bring in views, but however, there are some videos where the viewership was down, but again, some matches, but some segments, I definitely brought in over 1 million for sure, but that was a different time zone at that time, but hopefully that time zone will come back. But yeah, CM Punk definitely brought views, but Cody, not so much. It was majority of the views was definitely from CM Punk, but again, what you expect, you know what I'm saying? But I can't tell you if having CM Punk and Cody Rhodes was the best era at that time, but I can tell you this, having Zariah there to me was the better time. But then again, I'm not going to say that because AEW is still good, but is it better? It's getting there, but right now, it's definitely a process of getting back to better. But in order for that to get back to better, you have to build new talent, continue to, make sure your superstars are getting treated fairly in their booking. And even though I have some suggestions, the fact that Will and Swerve are gone for the year, you really have to build your stars. And now that Orange Cassidy and Hook is coming back, I hope that you build them to be new stars because even though they've been in the business for a long time, they gotta be something because you got Adam Page, you got MJF, John Moxley still running around, but not a lot of people care too much about him because most people are tired of him, but you got Darby Allin, right? So, again, you just got to build new stars. You got the Hurt Syndicate, you got Edge and Christian, and plenty more to go. So, we just have to, be patient, but I'm patient, but of course, Bobby was disappointed, but then again, you have to be patient with the process of what's going. But yeah, Cody and Punk, they did their thing and they definitely brought in ratings. But now that, they're over at WWE, they're not realizing what's going on, and that's bad booking. Promotions maybe, but Punk is getting the true end of the stick while Cody is still walking around champion. So that's more into that. But again, I get his argument, but AEW really don't need them, to be honest with you. They really don't. They really don't. They just gotta continue to build more creative moments, and I think they're doing that. But the marketing is definitely needs the most help, especially on YouTube for sure. But of course they're trying to encourage people to watch the product, and I'm watching it, so it worked for me. But I don't know about everybody else. But yeah, I'm patient with the product. So anybody that's not patient, feel sorry for you. But we're gonna continue to support it. So regardless of the viewership on cable, we don't really give a fuck. We just want to watch the show. And people are still gonna pay tickets to go watch the show. And I do think that 2026 will be AEW's year, but you got to make sure of it. Otherwise, WWE if they find somebody that's gonna work that pen and actually do something with the booking, then I don't know. But I do know this. With Triple H and TKO in charge and nobody's replacing them, I don't expect, any changes soon. But I'm patient. So, but let's continue.
On top of that, AEW is losing two of their top stars, Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. I'm not sure what's going on with Swerve Strickland. Y'all let me know in the comments, but I'm hearing he was written off TV. That's why he lost to Okada. Then he got the chair slammed on his knee.
Well, yeah, I mean, he tore his meniscus, so obviously he's going to be out for a little bit, but he'll be back next year along with Will Ospreay. So, but the good thing is the surgery went successfully, so he just got to recover. That's it. But he seemed all right though. But can't wrestle though. But yeah, but he'll be all right though. But yeah, that's what's going on with him.
But with Will Ospreay, I know he has a neck injury. I know if he comes back, we won't see the same Will Ospreay we've seen all these years. People go in that neck injury and don't leave out. Seriously. So this was a go-home moment. It should have been more of like a celebratory moment for Will Ospreay. It should have been like a celebration. He's in London. But instead, he got written off. But cool. I'm cool with that. I just think everything in Forbidden Door was pretty predictable. I feel like I didn't get a banger match until the end. Literally the end of the show, the last match. If you don't count the steel cage match, because it was unsanctioned, the last match of the show, that's when we got a real banger match. I had an argument the other day with an AEW fan. He's like, man, you hate AEW, man. You always shitting on it. I'm like, how? I'm always putting AEW over. I'm always coming out my pocket to support AEW. I'm always online seeing shit. Then going like this, ignoring it, acting like I can't see, spots like this.
Oh! Okay. Listen, I did not see that on television. All right? I did not see that. But, however, Christian definitely messed up on that one. But, look, he definitely needs a retake on that. So, when Nick Wayne recovers from his quote-unquote injury, we definitely need a retake on that, Christian, because you should have took that headshot double. But, again, I don't know what's going on with that. That was messed up. But, again, we're just going to have to, we're just going to have to do a retake. Do a retake. Make up that spot. All right? But, hey, listen, I don't condone that botch. I don't condone what they did, that video. But, however, I've seen way worse. Trust me. But not from AEW, from WWE. All right? And, yeah, Christian just got to make up. You just got to make it up. That's all. So, hopefully they do it again. But this time, don't hurt him too bad. But if you got to sell, yeah, you might want to do a little something, But he'll be all right, though. He'll be all right. But in that moment, yeah, restart that bitch. Restart that. But let's continue.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, Tony Khan needs to get it together ASAP. This ad is brought to you by Paulette. Shout out to everybody who hit me up, tapped in, got their early Paulette t-shirts, but now we got the website, BobbyMonsoon.com. You can hit the website up, get your t-shirt, but act fast. It's a limited stock only, BobbyMonsoon.com. I salute the fans for the support. Thank you. Without it, we'll be something like TKO, $3 billion in debt. Forbidden Door started off on fire, man. The London crowd, they were on fire. Adam Copeland, he comes out, the whole crowd is singing it. They're screaming to the top of their lungs. Man, the Lord, Yo, I love that intro from Adam Copeland, man. But him, Christian Cage come out. Christian Cage, he got the new Titantron. He got Father. He took Father off, put Asshole on there. I thought that was a good touch. Then you got Kill Switch and Nick Sabian coming out. This was a cool, solid match. You know what I mean? Of course, Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, they go over. And Adam Copeland, he's trying to hug Christian. Christian like, nah, come on, man. But it was good to see. We didn't see Edge and Christian, for you WWE people. We didn't see these two people in the ring for well over 10 years. I think it's like 13, 14 years or something like that. So it was a good moment to see everybody come together and have a good vibe. It was a great time. It was a great match, a great moment to start off Forbidden Door. I'm like, all right, bet. We starting off on a good note. My energy there. I'm hyped, man. Let's go. Now in the next match, we got a four-way for the TBS Championship match. We got Alex Windsor, Bozilla, Persephone, and Mercedes Moné. And of course, you got Mercedes Moné going over again. Nobody actually thought she was going to lose or she had any type of threat of having the TBS title took at Forbidden Door. But man, I'm just sick of Mercedes Moné and the booking, the winning, the Hulk Hogan. Like, come on, bro. She has 289,000 belts. Thank God she didn't win at All In. I was there. I was so happy when Toni Storm went over at All In. But man, it seems like Tony Khan is back there. Mercedes Moné. Yo, I wish, let me know in the comments, if I'm booking Mercedes Moné after All In, I got Mercedes Moné losing the rest of 2025, losing all her belts, being stripped of everything. Then have to fight her way back. But this whole winning. And let me guess what's next, Tony Khan. You are gonna book Mercedes Moné for Toni Storm for the rematch, just for her to go over and be the women with all the belts. Like, the booking is just not there for me. I'm sorry.
No, Tony Khan is not going to do that. But however, listen. She retained. I'm glad she retained. And the reason why I'm glad is because I do believe that we're going to get some new challengers for that belt. And that challenger better be who I think it is. Okay. And that's Holly Cameron. Okay. We need to spin that back. All right. But then again, she's teaming up with Chris Stanlander, which I think that's a bad idea because we all know Chris Stanlander is, not in the right state of mind. And I do believe that she's going to join the Death Riders, which is reported that she's going to join. And I don't know how she's going to join, but I do know this. There's a possibility she's going to attack Holly Cameron and possibly injure her. And that's going to, oh my God, that's going to piss me off to the point where I don't even know if she's going to get that belt. But but right now they're teaming up, so there's nothing we can do. But I do know this. There will be some new challengers for that belt. Alex Windsor is probably going to get a rematch because she didn't get a one-on-one match with her, so they're probably going to run it back one more time because they need a one-on-one. And then after that, you better hope it, Mina step up. You better hope Harley Cameron step up before Chris Stanlander injure her, or take her out. But, you better hope Anna Jay step up. You better hope Tay Miller step up. You better hope, Thecla step up or Penelope Ford because, like I said, Queen Emanata, definitely need Queen Emanata to step up. And Winnow, what I'm saying, and Jimmy Hayter, get that, spin that back. And then once we get that, then, of course, we good to go. So, we'll wait a minute. But let's continue.
After that, you got Kyle Fletcher going over Hiromu Takahashi. When I seen this match, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't excited for it, but man, I was surprised. This was actually a solid match. Hiromu Takahashi, I never heard of him like that, but I'm a fan, man. He made me a fan tonight. Kyle Fletcher, I've been a fan of Kyle Fletcher, the proto star. He is the future. He reminds me of a young Randy Orton. but he comes out and of course he goes over, but not without a grave effort from Hiromu Takahashi. So shout out to him. This was a solid match. It was predictable. But it was still a solid match. So Kyle Fletcher, he retains the TNT Championship. Now, where does Don Callis and Kyle Fletcher go from here? Who do you want to see Kyle Fletcher feud with in the TNT Championship? Now we got Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland out the picture. Somebody needs to step up. And Kyle Fletcher is one of them stars on that list that needs to step up, that needs to get on a level. When you're mentioning MJF, Adam Page, when you're mentioning Copeland, we need to start putting Kyle Fletcher in them type of matches, in that type of spotlight. So I want to see a lot more from Kyle Fletcher moving forward. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Next, you got a match I was definitely looking forward to. Brodito, the Hurt Syndicate, FTR, Triple Threat, Tag Team match. Then you got Brodito going over. I like this team, man. I really like this team. Even though they only been together for, I don't even know if it's been a few months now. They only had like a handful of matches together. But I like this team. I like how they work. They're the new tag team champions. I like that decision. I thought the Hurt Syndicate would definitely be retaining because I thought they was going to do the program with the Hurt Syndicate versus Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. I thought that would have been crazy booking. But it seems like Tony Khan is going in a different direction. Let me know in the comments if you heard about the situation. There's a situation going on with MVP and the Hurt Syndicate. Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, they didn't want to drop the titles from what I'm hearing, so that's why Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, that's why they came out, and that's why they interfered with the match.
Nobody likes a kiss ass.
I mean, look, I don't get it either, but however, I mean, you just have to accept it as it is. I mean, changes happens, but I do think that, well, I don't know, but I do think that they should spin it back, right? I think the Hurt Syndicate should go back after those tag team titles, like let FTR. I think what they should do is that they should have FTR take the belts from Burrito and just like, have Edge and Christian go after them and take the belts. And then maybe we can get the Hurt Syndicate, or we could have the Hurt Syndicate take the belts from FTR and then pass the belts back to, and then we can get Edge and Christian versus the Hurt Syndicate. But they gotta do some type of partnership because Edge did team up with the Hurt Syndicate to take down FTR and the Patriarchy. So they might spin that back. But the problem is the Hurt Syndicate, they're gonna be beefing with Ricochet and his crew. So it's gonna be a minute. But I do think they should do something where maybe we can do a fatal four-way, you know what I'm saying? The Hurt Syndicate, Ricochet, his crew, Edge and Christian, FTR. We can do that. But oh wait, I forgot about the Brasco. But I think FTR is gonna take the belts from Brasco. And then Burrito. That's what I meant. Burrito. And then they're gonna take the belts from them. And then what they could do is that, once they take those belts, we could just have FTR, the Hurt Syndicate, Edge and Christian, and Patriarchy. Yeah, if they could do something like that, that would be great, and that would be crazy booking right there. So I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. But I think that would be a great idea right there. To me, that's a good idea. But y'all comment down below. Let me know. Let's continue.
Who's the kiss ass now?
Next, you got Swerve Strickland versus Okada for the AEW Unified Championship. And of course, Okada goes over. Let me know if I'm bugging, but since Okada got the AEW, for me, I haven't seen not one match where I'm like, oh man, I see what the hype's about. I I get it. He was the man in New Japan. I get it. He's booked strongly in AEW. The Don Callis family. I get it. I just don't see what the hype is about. Outside of you doing this and saying, you bitch! Is he gonna be the guy that take the bull by the horns? Why Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland go to get back to their road of recovery? I don't know. I don't think so. After the match, Okada, he takes Swerve Strickland knee, put it in between the steps in the ring post, hit him with the steel chair. Now you got Wardlow, a part of Don Callis family, and good NFL season is back because the Don Callis family look like they could be a football team. You got everybody in this faction: Okada, Kyle Fletcher, even your boy Bobby Monsoon. After that, you got Toni Storm and Athena. Another solid match, but another predictable outcome. We kind of knew Athena wasn't going to go over Toni Storm. Some people did think Athena actually had a shot. I didn't think she did. Your Ring of Honor champion, great. But AEW Women's Championship, beating Toni Storm, probably one of the best women on either company. If Mercedes Moné couldn't have beat Toni Storm, I definitely knew Athena wasn't beating her. After that, you got MJF and Hangman Adam Page. Y'all heard me when I criticized Tony Khan. I just didn't understand why did he take the contract stipulation out of this main event. Like, it meant so much more. But these brothers cook, man. I'm not going to lie. This was the match of the night. It's not even close. We got blood. We got everything. We got cheating. You know what I mean? Hangman puts MJF through the table. But from my understanding, in New Japan Pro Wrestling or in AEW, whatever, the table is not looked at as a weapon. It's looked at like getting thrown through the steel stairs. Shout out to everybody who clarified that for me. But yeah, man, they had a good match. And it didn't even matter. The ref was blindsided or whatever. He was distracted. Hangman Adam Page hits MJF with the contract. Hit him with a buckshot. Boom! Hit him with another buckshot. 1, 2, 3. Hangman Adam Page retains the title. We all knew this was going to happen. The second we knew MJF wasn't going to put the contract on the line. But neither here nor there. Great match. Solid match. A lot of history between Hangman Adam Page and MJF. So I'm interested to see where it goes from there. Then last but not least, you got the steel cage match. Unsanctioned. This was basically like a Hell in a Cell. Bunch of crazy stuff happening. It was cool, man. It had the cringe moment where Moxley was putting the fork through Darby Allin's ear. And I don't care what nobody say. This isn't wrestling to me, bro. Putting forks through people's ears, and it's just like at a certain point it just begins too much. Then you got the spot. We thought the Young Bucks, they had tax, but they had a bag of gummy bears, which was cute. Everything they're doing with the Young Bucks is cute. I kind of like it, you know what I mean? You got to have some silliness in the AEW book and WWE professional wrestling. Everything can't be serious. I get it. But still, the match was cool. It was solid. It just, nothing on this show didn't have me, get up out my seat. Darby Allin, he had a cool spot where he flew off the top of the cage or whatever into the tables. But man, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like the emotion with Forbidden Door, I just didn't feel it. I don't know, bro. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that and what y'all think about Forbidden Door. Do you think this pay-per-view was a banger pay-per-view? Was it worth $50? Or do you think it was mid? Do you think it was horrible? Let me know what you think. What do you think AEW is going to do moving forward now? Will Ospreay or Swerve Strickland is out the picture. Who's going to step up? What's going to happen with Kyle Fletcher? Where do you think they're going to go with that storyline? What's going to happen with Hangman Adam Page? Is he going to continue to beef with the Death Riders? Are they going to beat that storyline down for 9 months like they did when John Moxley had the title? Or will things get shooken up? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. I'm going to holler at y'all in the comments. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye!
Well, I would give the pay-per-view a B. You know what I'm saying? 8 out of 10 sounds about right. So hopefully the next pay-per-view will be a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I enjoyed the pay-per-view. The only match I just didn't enjoy was the Fatal 4-Way match with Mercedes. But every other match was good. So, again, the answer to this question, it was not the worst. All right? But Clash in Paris, that's going to be worse. Okay? But this was not worse. This was good. All right? It mid sounds about right. You know, it's definitely a mid pay-per-view. But as far as it being the worst pay-per-view, nah, man, not even close. But again, you just have, $50 to me was worth it for this pay-per-view. So I didn't regret nothing when I spent that. Now, some people are going to be like, oh, that's crazy. But if you watched it like I did, you will know that it was worth it. So, again, the next pay-per-view is All Out. So you already know we're going to go all out. So, let me know if you guys watch AEW Dynamite today. I will drop this video today, so let me know your thoughts down below on AEW Dynamite. And also, what is your experience with Forbidden Door? Did you like it or you didn't like it? You thought it was mid? Did you thought it was average? You thought it was great? You thought it was trash? Comment down below. Let me know. Yeah, we'll shout out to Bobby for doing this review. And even though I don't agree with the title, I enjoyed his review, and let me know if you guys liked it. So get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next video, all right? Oh, and also don't forget, I will do a reaction video to the tag team match with Chris Stanlander and Holly Cameron and Megan Bay and Penelope. So be in tune for that, but that will come out in the morning. So y'all get in the comment box and make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share if you're new, and feel the wrath of the reaction video coming out in the morning, all right? I'm out.